Hi Leo, welcome to your mid-month reading. As always, keep in mind that this is only a general reading. Always check what it feels right and with what does resonate within your own life experiences during this time. If you would like to have a personal reading with me, please contact me through the email I put in the description box below. For the month of November, I have a special sales offer available, and this month it's inspired in Scorpio theme season we are on, and it's called Pandora Box. It's a reading that guides us through the theme of shadow, what type of shadow energies and archetypes are being manifested, experienced at this time, and how to better integrate them in a way where they are empowering and not disempowering. So, if you would like to know more details about that special offer or any other of my services, again, just email me. Or if you would like to donate and support my channel, you can also do so by following the PayPal link, which is also down below. So, Leo, it feels like during mid November, you have your guard up, you have your trust issues, you have your suspicions. I keep getting like there's a real deep trust issues, and I feel like some of you saw something coming and it's happening right now. It's like you were picking on an energy that you didn't trust, but perhaps you didn't have the proof, right? You didn't have the evidence that something was happening the way you felt. And I feel like during mid-November, there's a high chance that for some of you, this evidence is coming. The evidence that you were right in being suspicious about something was accurate again, was on point. I feel like you have the Nine of Wands as your opportunity. So some of you really have this strong demeanor. It's going to be really hard, even when sometimes you feel like you will, but it will be very hard to anyone and anything to break you during this time. You have this huge, accessible energy of strength, self-control, right? This warrior, this soul warrior vibe with you, Leos. And it's going to be needed. You're going to need to activate that soul warrior because indeed there seems to be some fights. Something has this energy towards you that it's negative, or it brings conflict. It brings some defiance. It brings some arguments that could be, acid. Really acid for some of you. You have like acid communication with people during this time. There's, some sort of verbal abuse. Some verbal abuse could also be here indicated in some cases where, you're dealing with a partner or colleagues, boss, someone that wants to really take you down with their words, with their negative, this person, I'm picking on a person that has a lot of negative intention and projection to you, Leo. So it could be jealousy, envy, you trigger them for some reason and they are reacting. I feel like there's someone reacting to you during this time, and you are protected, you are spiritually protected, you have a lot of strength again in you, you have the truth with you. I also feel you have a lot of things that are working as a shield against this negativity, but still be mindful to not get yourself into trouble by feeding into this lower vibe, by giving into it, because lower vibes can seduce us, can be seductive. The need to prove ourselves right, the need to hurt someone as they hurt us, the need to betray as they have betrayed us, like the vengeful component is also quite present here. But that's just a trap, and that's like, again, the lower vibe seducing you to do things, to even the scores with someone. And what I'm feeling like is not worth it. And Spirit is trying to guide you in that direction. Look above. It's like, that feeling like when we want to make justice with our own hands, or when we want to deliver karma to other people because we feel like if we don't do it, nobody's going to do it. That's not your responsibility, Leos. And it could feel like it is because it's very like a personal. I feel like there are things that are like too close and personal for you to have that perhaps understanding of the bigger picture, right? Or believe that in due time, the punishment that you're seeking someone to have will happen. But trust it. I feel like your advice is a star. So, understand higher truth and understand as well, like, there are things in this life that no matter what we do and how much we try, they are going to reveal to us an ugly side. There's ugly truth, right? Ugly truth. So, the ugly side, the beastly side of situations or dynamics in your life are not there to provoke a reaction where you are the savior of the day, but actually they teach you something about the nature and the essence, right, of humankind and of your own, where you are as well capable of doing ugly things and having an ugly side and having a beastly side to you. So you see, there's this temptation for some of you Leos during mid November because you might feel so angry, or you might be rebelling so strongly against something that you might turn into the enemy that you're accusing. The enemy being the energy and the metaphor or the person that is doing you harm or has been doing you harm. So just be mindful of that. For others of you, again, I feel like your trust issues are valid. If you feel like something is not right, be on the guard, be on guard, watch the situation, observe people's behavior, observe and study facts and what you're being presented with, and then come to terms with a decision. Because I feel like some of you, this is about making a decision that for some of you it's going to cost you. So it could be a divorce, it could be leaving a job, it could be something here is costing you, like you need to pay a certain either actual price. So again, this could be issues with settlements and things like that in the court, or this energy of price deals with, when we make when we make decisions, important ones, especially the ones that are about leaving what's wrong and what's bad and what's negative and what's unhealthy. There's a side to it that it's pricey, because we're going to need almost to allow ourselves to die and things in our life to die, and trust the death energy and trust the death moment, fully surrendering to that moment of like an eclipse of some sorts, trusting that a light will come out of it, life will come out of it again, truth will come out of it again. So I also feel like some of you are asked to deeply trust life and divine energy and the moment you are in and the cycles of existence. It's a very deep thing here, where whatever you're going through during mid-November that it's negative and challenging, trust the process more than ever, because you're guided, you're blessed. What you are uncovering or finding out, or what you are choosing to do that it's hard for you to do, but that it's the right thing to do, it's hard, it's difficult, but it's going to bring here, your real, like, something that happens during mid-November will lead you into your true purpose, into something that you truthfully, you're meant to do, you're meant to be a part of. I feel like some of you Leos have not been as connected with your purpose or your dreams, like something here about your higher calling, like you have not been living it. Perhaps you feel like, I feel like there's something here about some of you felt like undeveloped, or for some reason some of you have been settling here to a life, right, to a scenario where your life is, you know a constant disappointment. I feel like some of you, the problem is exactly like your life is like stage, like a stage thing, like a performance, like a scenario, right, of a studio where you're shooting a movie, and then you have 1 hour shooting, 2 hours shooting, and then you go back to reality and you see like how superficial all has been, or how much of a lie everything has been. So some of you have been living a lie, being in a relationship, being in a something you have wanted to believe in, being in your work, being in anything. You have been living most likely a lie that's being uncovered. And you might need to come to terms where you also have participated in this lie, if that's the case. For others of you, I feel like you have not wanted to believe like something could be as you were seeing it to be. So it's like, when we feel like someone is really not being our friends, but we love them so much, we care them for so much that we don't want to see that as being true, because it's really going to hurt us, and again create a lot of emotional disruption. That's the feeling. Like maybe you already knew that something was going on that shouldn't, but you didn't want to really believe it. And perhaps you're seeing that it's true. And when we see truth, finally, when we see it, we can't unsee it. So there's that feeling of now what you're going to do with this truth, what you're going to do with the fact that, more than ever, you want and need to be authentic. Make choices that are authentic. Make choices that are not like constantly putting you under pressure, tension, on guard, suspicious. Trust. In order to deal with your trust issues, you must start to reconnect first with your own trust in yourself, who you are, what your life is about, what you're creating in your life, what you're choosing in your life, what you're allowing in your life. The trust is built from within you, right? And then as you work on trusting yourself, your calling, your talents, your feelings, you bloom into trusting into others that are worthy of your trust. So I hope you have a great mid-month. Thank you so much for all of you that have been liking, sharing, subscribing, commenting, and donating to my channel. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Hopefully we'll see each other soon.